Oh yes, it is Wakanda Forever week. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. I'm one of your hosts, always Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by my good friend, Mr. Actor and Comedian Extraordinaire himself, Tarek Lewis. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty excellent, man. I'm excited, man. I'm getting my shoulders ready to hit them.
Wakanda Forever, ladies and gentlemen. Black Panther Wakanda Forever is in theaters this weekend. We did not get a that invite to review it, so
When you get that screening,
nobody got that screening, buddy.
All my negative comments about Doctor Strange and ruined this.
I don't think it was that. I think it was just they just know they're gonna make bank, you know.
Yeah, there is a screening tonight, though. I do know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't get the invite. We didn't make the short list.
And I know someone who saw it on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
But not here in Florida, so it wasn't like we got screwed over.
Oh, okay.
Right. It wasn't a Florida person, no.
All right, no, that's fine. How do you feel? What's the hype level right now, Tarek Lewis?
Oh man, it's got to be. If you could go over 100, man, like
wow.
One of those old school corny suburban movies, and you got to give 110%. I would give 110% for the excitement on this film.
Yeah.
I actually went ahead and bought my ticket. I'm usually not a buy the ticket ahead person because I'm usually like, I'll just figure it out. But I got my AMC stubs reserved, so I went ahead and bought the ticket because I don't want to get spoiled. There's so many scenes coming out on this thing about there's so many scenes, and I see maybe about 4 or 5 snippets, and I'm like, I gotta stop watching this.
Yeah,
and I definitely gotta watch this immediately when it comes out.
Yeah, I have not bought my tickets in advance yet, even though it's actually I gotta figure it out because Thursday, the day, the pre-day to the weekend comes out, is actually my birthday, so I gotta see my parents and stuff.
Aren't you DJing that night too?
No, not Thursday.
Not Thursday. Okay.
And plus we're gonna have a storm here Wednesday, so
Yeah.
So I don't know yet. So I did not get my tickets yet, but no matter what, by Sunday I will definitely see that movie. No matter what, if I go see it Thursday or I wait to do my gigs and go see it Sunday. But my hype level's really, I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited for this, to see just the direction they took this movie. I think it's very creative and a chance that they took, with not recasting and going this route. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm really excited with this movie, and I saw a little bit too much of trailer stuff too, like you have, and so I'm ready for Namor and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get all that, and
you gotta be curious. She's clearly sure she's gonna at least wear the Black Panther costume.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably gonna be the Black Panther, going forward for a little while at least. Namor is interesting, being more and more intriguing. I think Ryan Coogler has come out and said that in the MCU he's as strong as Thor.
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
If in water, it can be stronger than Hulk.
Wow. Yeah, I did. And I believe that. That comes from the comic books. He's always stronger in the water, and he's always water gives him his strength, very similar to the other the distinguished competition Aquaman.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mr. Joey Franchise. How you doing, sir? That is a picture of his bathroom right there.
Plugins, Vidal plugins. It's all good.
It's all good, bro. We live, baby. How you doing, man? How you been?
Dirty kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm
dirty
good,
kitchen.
man. How you?
Yeah, we've been good, man. We've been good.
Your hype level. I'm gonna step in. Excitement level for Wakanda Forever. Where you at?
Super excited, man. I'm beyond. Really like what I've been seeing from a lot of the featurettes, the little trailers that actually been a little bit more clips from the movie context of how this thing's going to go down. Namor, Latino gang, we're super slash anti-heroes.
Yeah.
Like,
So we take it you're super excited. Super excited. As all of us, everyone here on the show is super excited for Wakanda Forever, man. It's gonna be lit, man. So definitely in theaters this weekend. Um, I want to touch. Hey, go ahead.
Are we thinking? Is this? We know Endgame is the biggest selling movie. Is this gonna beat? Is this gonna beat the original Black Panther, box office wise? You guys think?
I don't know, man. It's a different time right now. I don't know. It's definitely going to be a challenge. I mean, I think it's going to do well, man. I think it's going to do very well. Do I think it's going to beat the original Black Panther? I don't know. I might have sequelitis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
I think that box office wise, it might beat the original.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, you still got everyone who was a fan before. Everyone wants to see what's going to happen now.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to get spoiled. You got it, like Joey was saying. You got a different representation. You got the Atlanteans, the Latinos. It looks like coming out. That's going to bring. Not that Latino people didn't see the other, but it's just a better representation. You have the representation with the women.
Mm-hmm.
People who probably saw Woman King and thought it was dope, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see Wakanda Forever. It'll be like that." So I think it's gonna be draw bigger.
Yeah. Joey, what do you think, man? Do you think it's gonna be the original Black Panther? What do you think? Oh, I think you might have muted yourself, buddy.
Yeah, I think we can't hear you right now.
Yeah, and you're upside down like Spider-Man. He's gonna load back in. We'll reload that question, and he comes back in. Oh, wait, I think he's back. Oh, let's see. All right, sir, how you doing?
All right, we back.
Yes, we're back. I can hear you
now. For some reason, I can't get my camera going. But anyways, I don't think it's gonna beat the first Black Panther, man. I want to say it will. Just off of Chadwick's legacy alone, I think it might. Either tie it or I don't know, but it's gonna be hard. Like the first Black Panther was big. It was big for so many reasons. It was big because it tapped in and felt like it was something that I felt like minorities, the African community can relate with, and it really hit them hard because to know that that the representation was done so well. Chadwick did such an amazing job. Ryan Coogler hit it out the park his first go. It was just monumental, the first one. This one too, with the passing of Chadwick, and how they're gonna, it's real emotion going into the second movie. Like it's raw emotion. Like watching some of these cast interviews, like then they're explaining like having to do these scenes or they're addressing the passing of T'Challa. And they're breaking down because this was them losing T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, all together, and just the raw emotion captured on camera for this film is it's going to be touching. For people that have watched on YouTube that have seen it already, they're just like talking about how they cried. So it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be not only a tearjerker, but I think for Chadwick, I think fans are definitely going to show out at the box office. But I don't think it will beat the first one, but how tough the Chadwick loss was, and seeing that captured on screen, I think fans might show up.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be big. It's definitely gonna shut down whatever steam Black Adam had going on for the movie theater. That's for sure.
Black Adam got enough steam. They're okay.
Yeah. But I mean, everybody's gonna go to a movie theater and go watch Wakanda Forever now instead of
I would say
Black Adam.
This is probably the biggest release since Spider-Man.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's a lot riding on this one. I feel like we spoke about before. We just kind of felt like there's been a lot of mediocre MCU stuff going on. And this one right here, I feel like is finally like a more serious tone movie where we're gonna get some potential tie-ins to future stuff down the road, and the bigger picture in the next phases to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
This
I'm super excited for it.
This is end of phase 4.
Yeah, this is the end of phase. This is ending of phase 4 for sure.
Yeah.
Are you switching devices on me? Here you go. Hold up. There you go. All right. Switch devices on me, Joey.
I had to.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Crazy. I was knocking out mixes and all types of other like podcasts and other radio stuff. So it's been crazy.
Now we see he got the Black Adam show. Joey's gonna watch Black Adam right before Wakanda Forever the same day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he went to the he gonna give him that little bit of box office up that box office number, help him out a little bit, help rock
it's
out.
Probably gonna happen because it probably will happen because my girl hasn't seen the movie yet. So I gotta take her to the movie.
All right, but she into DC stuff, or she's just going because you're going?
She be going because I be going.
All right.
She's more Marvel than she is.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. No wrong with that at all. I think there's been a bunch of quotes. We're on a little subject about Black Adam before we move on. There's been a little bit of I guess some other producers and some of the directors saying that if it doesn't hit the 500 milli mark, don't even think about a sequel for it. And I think right now it's sitting around 360 million, 375 million, something like that I read in and I don't feel like googling it right now. But
it's past 300 million worldwide.
Okay, yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, and everyone here on the Congress right now, is it a hit or is it a flop?
Oh, it's a hit.
Considering what's it pulled right now, yeah. No,
but it's definitely a hit.
Yeah.
So hold up. The studio said they needed to hit 500.
You need to hit like at least like half a mil before, or half a bill before they even think about greenlighting a sequel.
I don't know. That's crazy talk.
Yeah. So just from that, I guess supposedly at its mark right now, it's not even breaking even. Supposedly.
That's just DC getting greedy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean,
and trying to talking about things to go back and see it again.
Years ago, when they were planning on making, all right, we're gonna start making superhero movies, right? And if I would have told everyone we're gonna make a Black Adam movie, I'd say about 10 years ago, everyone would have looked at me like I was crazy. You know what I mean?
Rightfully
because Black Adam is so super, like DE character on the roster of DC heroes and villains. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a very obscure character. So, I mean, it's just amazing that, a movie like that now in today's age makes
exists.
Of that character exists, and all those characters are, like Hawkman and Dr. Fate, and I mean, characters we saw in cartoons, you know what I mean? It's a lot easier to put together, and something.
Yeah, and these characters were corny on cartoons.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
they made them cool.
I don't want to say it. I'm glad you said that.
Nah, they was corny on cartoons, but they made them cool.
Yeah. So I mean, just the times that we live in right now, just to even have those characters in live action is just wow. And for it to make over $300 million, I mean, come on, you know what I mean?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I think it'll hit the 5. Maybe not in theaters, but once it goes to the platforms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when it goes digital, it's gonna be alright.
Yeah, it'll hit the 5.
And the digital vibe of stuff.
500. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens as far as that is. I want to talk about Andor, but I don't know what your level of involvement in Andor is, Joey franchise. Have you even touched
I have yet to watch it.
Or what's your level of I care or I don't care?
It's not that I didn't really care too much, but I heard it's actually really good.
It is. It's actually pretty good. And I'm gonna shout out to DJ Backbone. Thanks you for the shout out, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us here.
It's for me. I don't care.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. We go spoil it for you. Great.
Hey, listen. I will say this: it's good, but just nothing to spoil.
That's true.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's good, it's entertaining, but there's nothing to be like, oh, I didn't see that come. Just nothing to spoil. It's just a good show to watch. It's like watching The Blacklist. You know, like you can't really spoil The Blacklist or like How to Get Away with Murder or any of those Scandal.
Yeah.
Like you can't really, you can, but you can't really spoil it. It is definitely a watch that later when everything else is dead. I'm gonna go back and watch all of Andor type show. It's not a I gotta watch it every week to see it.
Every time I watch one episode, I'm always like, damn, you know what? I need to let these episodes build up. I need to watch something else. And then watch a whole bunch of them back to back. But then I catch myself bored and nothing else popping right now as far as to watch for me. And I'm like, all right, there's a new episode of Andor. I'm going to watch it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I find myself forgetting it was on.
well, that's good. Then you catch like 2 or 3 of them, right?
Yeah, and then somebody says like, yo, Andor is really good, actually. I was like, oh, yeah, I have to go back and watch.
Have you watched episode 9, the most recent one? Are you caught up?
Yes, I have.
All right, cool. So,
I have.
Just to spoil it all right now, for anybody who hasn't watched Andor, cares about spoilers, of course, you're listening to this or listening to the audio version of this, we're going to spoil Andor a little bit. So we're going to get into it. If you didn't hear already, Andor's arrested. But he's not arrested under Andor, so the Empire doesn't even know they have him.
Yeah,
and apparently they're still looking for him.
Yeah.
So that's how big and dumb the Empire is right now. Well, not necessarily dumb, or I guess they're just like, I don't know, too big for their own good. Is that it?
Yeah. They're too big. They're new at it. They don't know what they're doing yet. And people, it's a large galaxy.
Yeah. So apparently in this, like, he's in this labor camp that he was just literally just put in jail for no reason. So he's in this labor camp right now, and we don't know what exactly they're building, but me being the Star Wars nerd that I am, I'm just assuming they're building pieces of the Death Star. You know what I mean?
I would like to assume that also.
Yeah. So apparently as they build and they do a good job, they get time off their sentence so they can finally get released. So there's a lot of people, and this is only just one platform, and there's like thousands and thousands of prisoners there, soldiers. No, I'm going to get to that in a minute. There's multiple platforms in this planet, right? That's what we took from the scope when he was getting dropped off, right? Or was it like 3 or 4 at least that they passed by? You know what I mean? So apparently the time you work, you get time off your sentence, right? So apparently something happened to a whole block that nobody knows what happened to the whole block. Apparently the whole block got killed because there's a way that in the show that if you're not on, you're not obeying and not doing what you're told, they can literally fry you. They have like implants in everybody, and they can just fry them and kill them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that the rumors going through the whole jail system that they just killed this whole block of prisoners dead, and the characters Andor's trying to talk to the prisoner who is the person who's under him or above him, should I say? That's leading the things that they're building.
He's the field leader for that part of the prison.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's the field leader, and that's the guy. That's the character that's played by Andy Serkis, which is very interesting to me, because Andy Serkis plays the character in the sequel. He does the mocap for that character. What was it called?
For Lord of the Rings is what he's most famous for.
Yeah, he did Lord of the Rings, but he also did the mocap for in Star Wars for the other bad guy that was in the very first that he got killed by Kylo Ren in the middle of the movie.
I don't think anyone gives a shit, Speedy. Be honest with you.
So let's move on.
I don't think anyone gives a shit who that character was.
It's the Palpatine clone, the ugly Palpatine clone.
Snoke.
Guy.
He did it for Snoke.
Snoke, yes, he did the mocap for Snoke. Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about the movies, though. We want the prequels.
So apparently that the news that is going through when he finally finds out, he's trying to recruit Andy Serkis to help him, break out of the jail, So the news gets out that they killed all those prisoners for no reason instead of letting them work to get released finally. He finally tells him, the information that he's been asking him the whole show and all that good stuff, whatever. But thinking about it when I was watching this, and tell me what you think about this, Tarek.
You think about that time you got arrested?
No. I haven't been arrested yet, but I was
No,
thinking
that was from
about
the first one.
when all those thousands and thousands of prisoners are there building the Death Star. Practically, must be building Death Star, or at least they're building the Empire War Machine, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I see why we can get have an organized rebellion with their own soldiers. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure all these people finally escape, or they figure out some way to escape, or something like that, and they've realized that they just helped build, you know what I mean, the
Yeah.
Empire's War Machine or the Death Star, or whatever it is they're building. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think they're probably more upset about being wrongfully imprisoned to start
That too.
off.
I mean, no, I mean, there's a gambit of like atrocities
They
of the
probably
Empire. I mean,
They probably didn't.
So
I
I
like
just
this.
thought it was very interesting how they're like, making things
That's
kind
why,
of happen and make sense. Maybe it's just my brain trying to make sense of it, but
yeah, it's intricate. That's why I think Andor is worth
Yes.
binging the entire thing, because it sets up this whole universe without Jedi and all this other stuff. It sets up this whole universe and mindset of why you would start a rebellion, what the Empire is doing, how it's growing, how it's moving. So
And it's kind of a Game of Thrones in the way that it goes shows different characters and different things that they got going on. Like shows Mon Mothma in the Senate, what she's trying to do. She's trying to work behind the scenes. She's trying to talk to her buddy, her old school childhood buddy, to get some money for the rebellion. And make it seem like it's something else. It's a benefit or something like that.
Very Sopranos like. It's like
yeah. It's got like
Sopranos
little like
in space.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's just an interesting take on how they did everything.
Again, I'm really feeling these Disney Plus Star Wars shows so far.
Yeah. Except for Boba Fett.
Those are knocking out of the park. The Boba Fett trailer, Boba Fett was all right, but the Mandalorian trailer looks good.
Mandalorian trailer's gonna be that dope.
Yeah,
really dope.
That's looking good. I'm hyped about that. Yeah, I think Andor's a good show, man. I think they're knocking out of the park with that. Not so much on the Marvel Disney Plus shows to me.
Yeah. I don't know. We don't want to talk about that.
Disney is releasing a new one called The Acolyte.
Yeah.
Also.
Oh yeah, I'm super hyped for that one. Like I'm really on board for that. I want to see some Sith action. Hope it's like that. So
yeah, I think that's dope because it's 100 years before everything else. 100 years before Phantom Menace.
Right.
So we might get to see like 22-year-old Yoda, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna get to see some interesting things. So that'll be dope too.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really dope.
But yeah, wait until Andor's over, then go binge it. That's what I said.
Yeah. Before I get into the news or things that are best and pop in the newsreels of in the geek side of things, I finally caught up and started watching Cyberpunk on Netflix, the Edge Runner show.
Yeah.
And really, really, really well done show, man. So far, I mean, it's super violent, but
do I need to be into? I want to call it cyberpunk. It's not cyberpunk. Do I need to be into steampunk and all that other shit?
No.
Type stuff.
No.
Okay.
You need no introduction into it. It actually reminds me. And you remember a role-playing game back in the day called Shadowrun? I think it was called Shadowrun.
No,
where people have
I had friends back in the day. I don't know.
Anyway, it reminds me, like the story reminds me of that. Like people are putting cybernetic stuff in them and weapons and things like that, and they hack into the. It's very good. It's very, very, very well done. Very well done. I think you'll enjoy it, and it's anime. It's all Japanese anime style. Very done. Very well done.
I may give it a try.
So far, I'm in the middle of it right now. So, but I really like it so far. I think it's gonna be a tragedy, kind of. So, I think it's gonna be very interesting. So, we'll see what happens, man. Let's get into some of the headlines, man. Thanks to our friends at geekositymag.com. Shout out to my friend Mikey Sutton for all his good things that he always does, breaking scoops and all that good stuff. Before I get to the headlines of Geekosity Mag, I know there were some things that James Gunn was quoted on saying about DC. I think the Restore the Snyderverse people have been trying to get him to release the air cut of the Suicide Squad, and Joey and Tarek, that he just came out with his own The Suicide Squad, and the thinking is that if he let the air cut be released, he would be conflicting with his vision of the Suicide Squad that he did recently. and now he's the head of everything DC. So, what do you think? Do you think they're gonna release the Ayer cut?
I hope not. Like, can we just leave that movie where it was? Like,
yeah, man.
I hope
people
not.
really want it, man. I don't know.
No, they don't. No,
I don't know. Some people. I said some people. Man.
4 people want it, and they probably work at Warner Brothers.
Shout out to my boy BJ, who's watching us on the one of my group chats there. Thank you so much, brother. Joey, what do you think, man? Ayer cut, yay or nay? You think James Gunn's gonna let that bird fly out of the cage, or is gonna keep it locked up?
Man, they need to let that go. Like that's no. Big no on that.
Yeah. What if it's lit? Go. What if it's really good?
It can't be.
Why?
It can't
what if
be.
It's really good, man? What if it's really good?
I'd rather risk out on it, man.
Yeah, it was just poorly. It was a poorly done movie. And then when they released it, they gave us like extra scenes from the Joker, and those are still didn't suffice.
Right.
So it's like it was bad all around. I do not care for an Ayer cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if it is good, it'd be like driving to Orlando just to go to a special McDonald's and driving all the way back. Like, why would I waste that?
Yeah,
I mean, it was
that McDonald's pizza. What?
It was a better McDonald's, but it wasn't. It wasn't worth that drive.
All right, fair enough, guys. All right, we're gonna hit some of these headlines and some of these rumors, and there's a little mix of everything on this website. That's why I kind of like to use it. Our friend, of course, I guess out of that same article or that same interview, I guess he started teasing Crisis on Infinite Earths. Are we okay with this Crisis of Infinite Earths, huh? Future?
Should I get into this already done on CW shows?
It was.
Okay.
It was.
Which I didn't watch.
Right.
I wouldn't mind seeing that on the big screen.
All right. Let's dive into what was written here by Maggie Sutton and here geekgossipmag.com. DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn teases a theatrical adaptation of Crisis on Infinite Earths. When Gunn began working on November 1st, DC fans wondered about his overall vision. Certainly, former DC Films head Walter Hamada polarized fandom. Specifically, he split the base into two warring camps. Granted, it's nearly impossible to measure the size of each side. Nevertheless, there is no mistaking which one is the loudest and most passionate. On one hand, you have the Snyderverse followers. These millions of fans launched massive online campaigns for director Zack Snyder's version of Justice League. Director Joss Whedon botched his 2017 makeover of Snyder's film. Critics and audiences panned it. The movie tanked at the box office. Dogs probably... I won't even read that part. Whedon's Justice League was so awful it made everyone forgive George Clooney for killing the Batman franchise. In any case, their work paid off. Zack Snyder's Justice League came out on HBO Max. On the other hand, there's the anti-Snyderverse crowd. They despise Snyder's dark, gritty take on the DC universe. Hamada targeted more comical, upbeat DC fare, such as Wonder Woman 1984, The Suicide Squad, and Birds of Prey for them. They flopped. James Gunn has only been in his office for a week. Nevertheless, he showed some of his cards on Twitter. He tweeted, quote, "But all our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU and telling the biggest story ever told across multiple films, television shows, and animated projects. However, what is the biggest story ever told? For DC, it can only mean one thing, Crisis on Infinite Earths." Written by Mark Wolfman and late George Perez. DC Comics released Crisis on Infinite Earths in 1985. Although it's considered a classic now, Crisis irked some older fans upon arrival. After all, the 12-issue limited series phased out numerous earlier visions of DC characters. Nonetheless, the purpose of Crisis was not to be a killing field. Rather, the creators intended for a cohesive DC universe. Hamada misunderstood it. Instead, his planned Crisis film sought to erase the Snyderverse and reboot the DCEU. James Gunn won't do it either. WBD CEO David Zaslav. Did I say his name right? Zaslav?
Yeah, that's actually correct.
Okay. Yeah. We'll keep the Snyderverse timeline. He fired Hamada and brought back Snyderverse icons Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. Gunn will echo Crisis' original goal, one universe. On June 1st, 2021, we revealed that Zaslav seeks to mirror the MCU's connected properties. The big picture is obvious. Can you see it? It's not just that DCU gonna say DC fandom. Well, I think that's more of an opinion there.
Yeah.
At the end there. What do you think, guys?
That'd be a great thing. That'd be a great thing to lead up to.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a
I
great
don't
thing.
think they're super far away from that right now. I think so.
No.
Right.
Especially with Flashpoint.
Yeah.
When Flashpoint hit, yes, I think we're all thinking Flashpoint hits.
Yeah.
That's going to
It'll be it would have to be at like almost like how Marvel did with at like Endgame. Like it has to lead up to something like that. And
right.
all that stuff.
Yeah, I think they're super they're probably like 5 years away from anything.
Yeah, they got a long way to go.
5 to 10 years probably. Definitely.
But I think if Flashpoint is done right, I think it's something they should explore for sure.
And I think it'll take so long that it won't seem like they're copying off of the Spider-Verse or the multiple Spider. If they did something like that in the next 2 years, you'd be like, oh, y'all are just copying what they did with Spider-Man. If they have 2 or 3 different Supermans 7 years from now, and the Robert Pattinson Batman and this other one, everyone's going to be all in for it. If the next few films are good.
Right. Yeah. I think we're just super far away. And I think that's great that it's super far away from anything that MCU is going to do because they're doing their multiverse stuff right now as well.
But it's good. It's good that James Gunn is thinking of these things. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's kind of showing that he's not like just an exec. Well, in that picture, he clearly doesn't look like an exec.
And if there's anybody I trust with multiple characters, like to tell a story with multiple characters, it's definitely James Gunn.
Yeah, I didn't dislike the Suicide Squad either. I kind of thought it was cool.
It was solid.
Yeah,
it was solid. I actually watched it twice. I mean, I watched it at home, but I did watch it twice. Listen, he made those characters from Guardians of the Galaxy aren't popular characters. I mean, if you're deep into the comic books, you kind of know them and familiar with them, but they're not popular characters. Look how popular they are now.
Yeah, no.
I thought Star-Lord was so corny.
Yeah, he made it happen for them definitely with that property.
They got so popular they made a video game for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's a headline for you guys for all you Harry Potter fans or maybe not so much fans of the Fantastic Beasts movies. You actually you had a pretty scathing review of the latest Fantastic Beasts movie, Tarek Lewis.
Oh yeah, it's pretty trash.
Yeah. So Warner Brothers Discovery cancels J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts movies.
Isn't she like getting canceled or something like that? Didn't she like say something wild?
No,
yeah, she said something a couple of years ago, and they're still on her ass.
Yeah, I forgot what was it about cancel culture or something.
She said something about trans.
Oh yeah.
She was saying some wild stuff. She was talking crazy.
Yeah. I think it's good they're canceling these, not just because it was the last movie wasn't that good. It's just okay, like okay,
not so great. Let's see, Warner Brothers.
They're bleeding.
We've had enough. We got enough. There's 9 Harry Potter movies.
Well,
I thought the first one was
there's a two-parter to this article, so let me dive into it real quick for everyone listening. Warner Brothers Discovery hits the brakes on J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts film series following the recent entry's disappointing reception. There's no secret that the Harry Potter franchise is one of the most successful entertainment brands in the world. The original 7 films together have grossed an out-of-the-world box office gross of, is that 7 billion? Yeah.
Yes, I believe
7 billion, 793 million, 160,000 dollars globally. More.
Don't you read that whole number ever again.
It's for the audio people, yeah. People listen
you don't round that shit up.
I probably should have. The studio marketed 2011's Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2 as its final entry. However, it became obvious Warner Brothers wanted more long after Warner Brothers announced a series of films based on J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter prequel series, Fantastic Beasts. But the new movies didn't reach the same heights as their predecessors. In fact, each entry earned less than the last, so much that WBD CEO David Zaslav, there's that name again, halted the production of future installments. The original plan was to make 5 movies based on the Fantastic Beasts novels. Wow, they're going to make 5 movies. Dang. I was at least probably one more. I was thinking maybe. Variety made the shocking announcement, but also revealed that Zaslav. So that news originally comes from Variety. That the cancellation of the Fantastic Beasts series. Zaslav still hopes to continue working with Rowling on more content. Undoubtedly, The reason for this huge decision was ultimately down to the diminishing box office numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. In addition, there's also been controversy surrounding two of the actors who star in the movies, Ezra Miller and Johnny Depp. We'll skip the Depp stuff, about Amber Heard and all that stuff, and you already know about Ezra Miller's problems. Let's see what else here. Oh, that's it. Okay. So apparently, the other rumor is that they want Harry Potter movies. They want to continue with that arc, with the Harry Potter arc. Yeah. What do you think? You think that's a good look to continue with the Harry Potter arc? Maybe he's the new defense against the dark arts teacher at Hogwarts or something. What do you guys think?
I think
it's kind of like one of those.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Well, it's kind of like that Rocky kind of vibe.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't stop either.
It have to be like Rocky. Like at one point you're like, all right, maybe you should stop with the Rocky movies. But then like you flip it on them, and then Creed ends up being a good movie, good story to tell. So maybe
it's like Harry Potter ushering the new hero, the new chosen one or something.
It needs to be like Harry, like in the Dumbledore kind of suit. You know what I mean? Like or seat. And I think if you package it that way, where Harry's like all grown up, and he's like head of Hogwarts, and now he's upbringing like a new group of, students and young wizards. I mean, or maybe if you do it like something where like Harry's like this like wizard, like Batman vigilante kind of guy, and he's got like a crew of young cats that's just running with him. And they're like fucking people up.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ideas, a bunch of things they can do, right?
Fucking up the dark forces.
I don't. Is there anything? I don't know if anybody's watching the live version of this. Feel free to chime in on the chat there and be part of the show. Is there like a continuation of the Harry Potter story, like in novels?
Not that I know of.
I don't believe so.
Nah.
No, I don't believe so. I think she kind of
just worked
on background stuff after that. And it may be a situation where another author, where she licenses and another author can kind of write. I don't know if she's doing that, where the other stories can be told. But yeah, I'm with Joey. I would want to see Harry Potter in like a Dumbledore role. I think it's a logical thing. Or even if he was like weird, ended up in like a Hagrid role or something like that. Or, but we've seen studios mess that up, like going back to Star Wars, those post-quotes or whatever. We've seen them like miss the ball on those characters. I wouldn't want to see Daniel Radcliffe come back. I'd want to see some like older Harry Potter.
Right. Yeah, definitely older version of that.
Yeah. But those Harry Potter fans are fans the same way you're fans of Robotech.
Okay.
Like they're in regardless. It don't matter. Like it's
they're lifers, right? They're lifers.
They're lifers. Man. They're going to Universal Studios.
Yeah. They're drinking the butterbeer. What's it called? The butterbeer? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, butterbeer. They're in. Them people are in. So it don't matter what she puts out, what they put out.
So last question, because you watched it and I haven't watched. I actually should watch it one of these days. But was it closed? Was it a good ending or was it left open ended?
It was left open ended.
Yeah, wow.
Which I thought was very shocking. It was left very much open ended.
So that annoys me when they cancel things like that. I don't know. I guess whatever. Better Call Saul. We're going to MCU stuff now, guys. All right, good stuff. Better Call Saul's Ob Odenkirk. There you go. Heads to MCU's Wonder Man. What do you think he's cast as? Huh? Maybe Wonder Man's manager. That would be cool.
I don't know. I'm not that familiar with Wonder Man, to be honest.
Yeah, he's like a frustrated actor, and then he just happens to have superpowers, and he could do his own
remember
stunts.
Very much not liking him in some of these Avengers cartoons that were coming out.
Yeah.
And they had a show called Force Works or something like that, and the character itself was terrible. I've never liked any animated iteration of Wonder Man.
Yeah, and the comic book is kind of annoying too. He also kicks it with Scarlet Witch.
That W is annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very corny W on there on the black. Yeah. That'll get him. Strike fear with these sunglasses.
No, but I like he's a great actor though. The lawyer from the lawyer from he's a lawyer in Better Call Saul, right?
He's a lawyer in Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Bob is he's a very good actor. So I think he'd be all right. I mean, especially if he's playing an Asian role. I mean, it's not far off from what he's playing right now. So
apparently, I don't even want. I'll probably ruin this guy's name. I'm pretty sure you know how to say it, Tarek.
Abdul Mateen.
Abdul Mateen.
Abdul Mateen. Yes.
Yeah, has a title role, so he's going to be Wonder Man. He was excellent in Watchmen. He was excellent. Yeah, and
that's probably the most thing I'm excited for this thing is the fact that he's like in the MCU now.
Right.
Like I never read a Wonder Man comic. I never followed Wonder Man. I just know he has ties to Scarlet Witch and Vision and things like that. And I think he ends up being Vision, or he has Vision's consciousness, or vice versa. One of the two.
Yeah, no, that does happen. Yeah, he takes a Vision takes over his consciousness or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a list for Wanda, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe I think they introduce him through Vision Quest when they do that.
Right.
So, and they already hinted at him or something like that during WandaVision. If you paid attention to like the intro.
Oh, did they?
I forgot which episode it was. Yeah, they in the intro.
Speaking of which, I would love to see White Vision come back. I'm pretty sure he will at some point.
Oh, they're doing that.
Yeah,
they're doing
Vision
a show
Quest.
called Vision Quest.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's like trying to regain his consciousness or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm not against Wonder Man as a project completely. I just I wasn't interested in him that much in the comics. But Bob Odenkirk is great.
They got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work of our interest. There you go.
And Joe Martin, he's in DC, so he's in DC now and Marvel. They're kind of breaking down those walls.
He's Black Manta.
Yeah. Huh?
He's Black Manta in the in Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was actually excellent when he didn't have his the headgear on. Yeah, he was excellent, man. I think he's a really great actor. Every time
he's dope.
in there, he steals the scene.
Yeah, he made some interesting comments about having to do the comic book movies and kind of being like, "Oh,
and they were trying to burn him for it."
Yeah, like they're dumbed down or wherever he said.
Right.
Yeah, he's but you got to do them. Damn. Ugh.
Yeah.
Then he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be Wonder Man. I'm gonna be the worst comic book character ever."
So there's an interesting headline here. Suicide Squad 2 planned for Black Adam to be the villain, which is interesting in the version of Black Adam that we finally got. It was kind of like a Suicide Squad-ish, style kind of thing going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they stole a little bit of the plot pace, maybe from that original idea.
No, the studio has say over how these things are paced and go too.
Right.
It's not like they let the creatives just run out. They probably, I do think they took that Waller footage was probably from the Suicide Squad.
Probably.
She already shot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're probably like, let's take that footage and just use that.
Yeah, let's repurpose it for this.
Yeah.
Let's see anything else here. I think we already knew that the Sandman's going to get a second season for Netflix.
Yes, excellent show.
Yeah, okay. I need to check it out. That's maybe my next thing to finally check out.
Oh yeah, definitely check out the Sandman.
I don't know if The Rock's gonna make that $500,000 if he gets banned in China.
I still think he's got it. Yeah, that's good. He probably would have made it, but I think it was the director made a comment, or Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, so it was him. Yes.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan made a comment.
Yes,
about
that's actually what this article says.
Yeah, but they'll bring it back.
Right.
I think they'll bring it back. I still can't believe that $300 million is not considered a success.
Well, I guess if you spend $300 million, maybe not.
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza brings villainy to WandaVision spinoff, and I think that's
that's Harkness.
Harkness. Yeah. I guess she's gonna be a witch in that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm not excited about this spinoff.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm actually starting to get.
You're starting to get what?
Nope, your volume went away.
Did he? Your audio died again, Joey. Oh, there you're back. You're back.
I think it's gonna give us. It's gonna be a lot of magic, and it's gonna explain magic in the MCU. I really wanted to get more of Agatha's backstory. I know we got a glimpse of it in WandaVision. So it's cool that I'm sure they're going to dive back into that. How she became the witch and how she, I mean, every witch has a coven. So who she, and I guess, I think it's not Red Hood, is it? It's in for Ironheart, the villain, Anthony Ramos.
Yeah.
He's What's a villain. He's a magic villain. So, and he's part of Agatha's coven, and he's going to be in Ironheart. He's also going to be in the Agatha series.
Ah, yes, I see.
I mean,
so he's the
magic.
Hood. Yeah,
he's
the Hood in the Ironheart thing.
And I bet, the Hood. And I bet you, or my prediction is that Doctor Doom is part of a coven too, or was.
Interesting.
And that's how he got his magic.
Right. Because he does both. He's super smart, and a magic user as well. So that's what makes him double the trouble for anyone who confronts him. Aubrey Plaza's
that series will be worth it, even if they just hint at Doctor Doom at some point. It'll be completely worth it.
So Aubrey Plaza's role in Agatha, Coven of Chaos, it still remains a secret. Rumor has it that she'll be playing a villain against Hans Agatha Harkness. Although this has no official news or confirmation just yet, and Marvel Studios won't say anything at the time. Typical. So yeah, I think it's gonna be dope.
It's like they're bringing in all the players who've been in the other properties. Like she was on Legion for some years.
Was she on Legion? I remember.
Yeah. It's like they're like bringing them all in. Okay, we all own this now. We're gonna get these contracts going.
I didn't even know that Warner Brothers was working on a Black Canary movie.
That's something that was probably on the bottom of somebody's email.
And I like the article. It says they might cancel Black Canary movie. I think that's probably gonna get canceled, buddy.
Yeah. That's one of those situations where somebody in executive office.
Although I did like her. I did like that character.
Do this. You could do Black Canary.
I did like that character in that movie. I didn't dislike it. I didn't dislike that movie at all. Anyway, I thought it was okay. It was alright.
What movie are you saying?
It was the emancipation of Harley Quinn.
The Birds of
Prey thing.
Yeah. So I'm confusing her with the Black
spin-off of her.
Black Canary that's on the CW show.
No.
That's why we need Crisis on Infinite Earths.
To fix everything. Tie it up.
In this down, yeah.
All right, James Gunn. Obviously, we're gonna get a lot of Superman, so we don't need to touch that article right there. Here we go. Oscar Isaac to return in new Star Wars film is a report. I guess this is a rumor.
Yay!
Okay? So let's see here. Oscar Isaac may return. Look how they use the words "may" and "might." May return as Poe Dameron and Damon Lindelof. Isn't it the guy who wrote Watchmen?
Lost. It might have done. We got into Watchmen too, but he did Lost.
Okay. I guess he's making a new Star Wars film. Okay, great. We reported just a week ago that J.J. Abrams collaborator Lindelof. There you go. Thank you. Is currently writing a new film for that franchise. Not a lot of fans are actually enthusiastic about that because of his connection with Abrams. Lindelof is known for TV shows Lost and Watchmen and Abrams' Star Trek movies. However, Lindelof didn't contribute to the development of the last Star Wars trilogy. Nevertheless, his presence still works followers. So, interesting. Okay, Giant Freaking Robot is the ones that report that Oscar Isaac will be reprising his Star Wars role as Dameron. Interesting.
I don't know why that bothers people. I mean,
I think it's more the writer or the J.J. Abrams attachment because nobody liked the sequels. Star Wars hate.
Yeah.
Star Wars toxicity. Go. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Yay, nay, we don't care. Show us the movie first. What do you feel?
I don't care about any of those characters. You do something else, but those characters don't interest me anymore. They fell with the bag.
What if it's lit? What if it's great? The best Star Wars made ever. Huh?
I seriously doubt that. It could be. I doubt it.
Okay. Joey, I know you don't care, but tell us you don't care.
Oh, he had to step away, I think.
He probably did. Let's see. Okay, The Rock reveals Black Adam and Shazam crossover. Do we really need to read that? We know that's gonna
No.
happen, right? Yeah. Michael B. Jordan wants to return to Black Panther franchise. Of course, we know that. Brian Coogler denies Doctor Doom appears in Black Panther 2, and I don't think he is, and I don't think he is at all. I think it's too soon. Too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon. I guess. Oh, Tom Holland's Spider-Man will join Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Like, duh. Here you go. Dua Lipa. Cameron Crowe eyes Dua Lipa for Dazzler movie. What do you think about that? That casting there, Tarek?
I'm actually okay with it.
Yeah. Well, it's not official. Nothing's official. Nothing is
Yeah,
official.
I mean, I will be okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Joey? Now we need Joey because Joey's the urban guy, the hip hop DJ guy, and we need him now. Joey, where you at? Come back to the show.
Yeah, he had to step away, dude.
All right, he has to step away.
Yeah,
we'll get him. We'll get him when he comes back. I think that's it as far as super thing. You're thinking about that maybe James Gunn can broker one day in the future a Marvel versus DC movie in the future. What do you think? Since it's he has ties, but of course not to both companies. What do you think?
Awful idea.
Yeah, definitely. It's way too soon. Way to even thinking about something like that, right?
Awful idea. Yeah.
DC has a lot of growing up to do before they can even.
Yeah, and Marvel doesn't have the characters to give you the matchups you want to see anymore. Like we're not, clearly you want to see Superman and Thor. You can still do that, but there's no Captain America.
I think that's it as far as Mephisto might finally be in Ironheart. I think we talked about it on the show previously, right?
I think so. They've been trying to put Mephisto and everything.
Yeah.
People like Mephisto's gonna be in House of the Dragon. I think he's a Targaryen.
And I guess Amelia Clark's character finally is that character that character that's the leader of Sword. I forget her name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been confirmed. That's the
green hair. Is she gonna have the green hair?
Well, she doesn't have the green hair popping right here. She's still
that's a picture from
natural.
Terminator.
Yeah,
that's a picture from Terminator. Yeah, they're not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not from the set.
Okay. I forgot that she was. Amelia Clark was in Terminator.
Yeah, she was in one of the Terminators.
Which Terminator was she in?
I don't know.
The one that didn't do good, right?
Terminator Synthesis or Genesis.
Yeah, one of those 3 or 4 ones that was bad. 2 or bad. Yeah.
Terminator Genesis. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was Linda Hamilton's character. She
a young version, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we hit all our. Unless I'm forgetting anything, Tarek, help me out.
No, I think we got everything, man.
Yeah, I think we hit everything. We had all the high notes.
Yeah.
Today, Miss Joy Franchise, we're about to sign off, brother. Come back to us so you can answer my question about Dua Lipa. What else you got going on, man? Any projects you working on?
I'm behind the scenes right now, man.
Yeah. You signing the non-disclosure agreements so you can't talk to us about?
I have signed an NDA, but it wasn't. It was for helping somebody with something they're doing.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Very good. I guess that's it for the show today, ladies and gentlemen. You guys liking the new time slot? Let us know in chat. Oh, yeah, Joey Franchise, your goodness. Dazzler. The character of Dazzler is they're eyeing to cast Dua Lipa as Dazzler in a future project.
For X-Men?
For Mutant, the Mutant Dazzler. Yeah.
I mean, can she act?
I don't know.
She makes good music.
Can Dua Lipa act? I think that's the deeper question. I think that's what I should have started with. Can Dua Lipa act?
I mean, was it Haley Steinfeld is a singer and actress, and she's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we're talking about Dua Lipa though. From what you know as a music professional, can Dua Lipa cut some acting?
Well, here's the thing. That wasn't Dazzler a singer
She's
also?
A singer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
As long as Dua Lipa can act, I mean, she can definitely sing. So that's half the battle, half the character right there. But I mean, I'm all for it. I think Dua Lipa's dope.
Cool. Apparently, that's in a future project.
she's not doing you know, it's not like she's doing a Sense and Sensibility. It has to do with the British accent. I mean, she's going to be shooting fireworks out of her
She's
hand.
British. Is she British?
No, she's Albanian.
Albanian. Okay. I don't know why.
But she doesn't have to do like that. Those types of films. She's not doing a period piece where you know, in the middle of a scarlet fever pandemic where she finds love. Get in there and sing some songs and shoot fireworks out of your fucking hands at the mutant killing robots.
Well, Dazzler's actually a pretty powerful character in the comic books.
You don't have to do that, Speedy.
Yeah, man.
You don't got to make it.
She's pretty powerful, man. Yeah.
It's fireworks.
She's definitely more. She's definitely more. Has more power than Jubilee.
I never played with that character.
She has similar powers to
original
Jubilee.
X-Men arcade game.
No one ever played with Dazzler.
Hey, if she was walking around smacking people around, she was all right. She's powerful enough. Okay. That's it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the live show. You listen to the audio version of this. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and supporting us. Give us a like on our Instagram at Geek Culture Congress. 3 words on Facebook. Give us a like there. Subscribe to our YouTube, please. And all 3 words as well, Geek Culture Congress. So just look us up there. Mr. Tarek Lewis, let everyone know how they can follow you on the in the social web.
My name is Tarek on the gram and on YouTube, and just Tarek Lewis on Facebook. It should only be one of me. Yeah,
and you're not writing with Twitter no more? What's up?
I'm off Twitter, man. I got off Twitter way before the Elon thing, though. I deleted my account way before the Elon thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's probably some shit I said in 2007 that I just didn't want up there.
Pretty sure the internet can still find it.
Oh, it's in there. It's in the database.
Mr. Joy Franchise, I don't know how they can follow you, sir.
Tap in with me on my Instagram, Twitter, and I'm going to be getting back on Twitch a little more heavily. At Joey Franchise. Tap in.
All right. Of course, you can follow me at DJ Speedy JR, all the socials for my DJing stuff. And thank you so much for hanging out here with us on the live show. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are live with everything that's happening in geekdom, news, and rumors, and everything super exciting that we all love. Okay, so we'll see you guys next week, hopefully, God willing. Stay up till then. Have a good one, everyone. Have a good night. Be safe. Peace. Wakanda Forever. Go watch it.
Ready, I'm hyped.
Yeah.